according to iconographic proof. The oldest piece of iconography or a coin which depicts Shiva is about 12,400 years old, where Shiva is sitting in Siddhasana like this and with a bull next to him. 12,400 years ago, if they had to make a coin, by then he was already an icon. That means maybe there are a few thousand years before that. The legend of Kashi 100% goes by the fundamental that he himself lived here. This is his winter place.
सहस्रादि संवत्सरा पूर्वं नरज्ञान उद्धारणाय समर्पितम् आदियोगिराज्यं सप्तर्षिभ्यो बोधितम् अतिश्रेष्ठम् इदं विशालं विज्ञानम् आदियोगिनं प्रणमाम्यहम्।
Sadhguru, the first thing you notice when you enter Kashi is the number of temples. There are many, many, many temples here. So many of them. Why have so many temples? Is it that this is a place for many gods? You primarily hear about this being the place which belongs to Lord Shiva. But what about other temples? There are so many other temples here. It would be great to know more about that.
According to iconographic proof, the oldest piece of iconography or a coin which depicts Shiva is about 12,400 years old, where Shiva is sitting in Siddhasana like this and with a bull next to him. 12,400 years ago, if they had to make a coin, by then he was already an icon. That means maybe there are a few thousand years before that. The legend of Kashi 100% goes by the fundamental that he himself lived here. This is his winter place. He lived as an ascetic in the upper regions of Himalayas. He liked it there. He didn't mind the cold. If it got too cold, he smeared himself with ash from the cremation grounds and that kept him going. But when he got married to a princess, compromises have to be made. And being a graceful man, he decided he will move to the plains. As this was the most fabulously built city of the time, naturally he decided his new bride and him should move to Kashi and no other place. And he moved to Kashi. He said, this is it, this is my abode. And he himself took the effort to consecrate the space into a powerful field of energy which still lives.
The 8 Kal Bhairava temples are located in 8 cardinal directions of Kashi, protecting the whole mandala. These are Unmat Bhairava, Krodhana Bhairava, Kapala Bhairava, Asitanga Bhairava, Chanda Bhairava, Ruru Bhairava, Bhishana Bhairava and Samhara Bhairava. In the Kashi Khanda Purana, the Kashi Kshetra is said to be standing upon Shiva's Trishul, and 3 main temples form the 3 points of the trident. These 3 main temples act as the fulcrum for the mandala. They are Omkareshwara in the north, Vishweshwara in the middle and Kedareshwara in the south. Each temple forms their own khanda or sphere of influence. Along the 8 directions, 56 Ganesha temples have been established in 7 concentric circles. Their walk of devotion to visit these 56 shrines takes the pilgrims in a natural clockwise spiral that ends at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. There are also 64 Yogini temples, 12 sun temples, 9 temples for Navdurgas, 9 Chandi temples, and many others which form the 468 major shrines of Kashi. The 12 Aditya or sun temples are also located in accordance with the transition of the sun through half of the year from Dakshinayana to Uttarayana. The Panch Kroshi Yatra is one of the most significant Padyatras done by pilgrims around the sacred Kashi Mandala. Along this route, there are 108 shrines to which pilgrims travel by foot. There are 5 major villages where pilgrims can rest and even stay overnight. Even today, gold trees built by kings a few hundred years ago are still intact. As one travels in a clockwise direction on the Panch Kroshi route, all the temples are located on the right side of the road, marking the outer limit of the Panch Kroshi sphere. The Panch Kroshi Yatra begins with a dip in the river Ganga at Manikarnika Ghat. The first major temple on this route is the Adi Karmadheshwar temple. The linga here was consecrated by sage Karmadheshwar. In the Kashi Khanda Purana, it is said that Yakshas and Ganas always lived on the trees and near water bodies. On this route, their shrines have also been placed in the same way. The second temple on the route is the Bhim Chandi Mandir.
Bhim Chandi Mahadevi Sarvarachas Bhakshini Muni Tran Kare Devi Namaste Stu.
This Durga temple is said to have been established by the Gandharva who worshipped Devi here. She is said to protect all devotees who seek her grace as her own child, blessing them with health and well-being. The third is Dehali Vinayak temple. This temple is directly in line with the Kashi Vishwanath temple, marking the halfway mark of the yatra. It is said that before entering Kashi, Lord Rama meditated here. The fourth is the Rameshwaram temple. This temple is said to be a replica of the Rameshwaram temple in the south. It is situated on the banks of the river Varuna and marks the northernmost point of the yatra. It says in the scriptures that all the lingas of the Kashi Mandala fall under 42 kinds. In the Kapildhara temple, all 42 kinds are there in a single form. The Pasupani Vinayaka and Kapilidhara temples mark the end of the Panch Kroshi Yatra.
Adiyogi Namastubhyam प्रसीद योगेश्वर जन्म मरणोऽलङ्कृत महाकाल नमोऽस्तु ते